guys, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Anyway, let's just get right into this video. I was over on TikTok and I was like looking at the fan pages of Muron and Handbag, and I was looking at their followers, and I found this strange as hell TikTok account that actually follows them. Now, this person, granted, doesn't make videos on Muron and Handbag. I wish she bloody did. After, what I've seen, I wish she did. Now, I don't even know how to broach this with you, to tell you what this girl truly believes. I thought it was a parody to begin with, but the more and more I got into it, no, it's not. It's absolutely not. So let me just say it. This girl, this woman, well, I might say, because, no, in fact, she will be, this elderly woman, I must say that, truly believes that she is 100-and-odd-year-old vampire and she's immortal. And some of her stories actually angered me. They angered me. So I'm just going to get into this, and you can see, whatever is happening on TikTok is nuts. Absolutely nuts. I don't know. It seems to be a place for the criminally insane. No, that's not true. Not true. They're not criminals, that's it. But maybe in the latter. To congregate and create content. It's so weird. So without further ado, let's get into the clips.
So one of the questions I get asked a lot is if my face changes when my fangs come out. The answer is yes. I think the closest thing I could describe it would probably be like in Vampire Diaries when their faces start to change. I mean, in real life it's a little bit more menacing, but yes, our faces change when our fangs come out. But don't worry, this only happens when we're feeding or when we're threatened, so you will only ever see this face.
Of course it only happens in Vampire Diaries, a fictional show! And isn't it kind of convenient that your so-called fangs don't come out and they only do it when you're feeding? Yeah. Interesting. Convenient, because then you don't have to show your... And I can't even believe I'm saying this. There's people actually that believe her. They believe her. So let's get into this. There's a few clips I've got to show, so I don't want to talk too much. So let's get into this next clip. This one angered me to no length. In fact, no, not this particular... Yeah, this one did, but the next one really did. So, she talks about how she died and became a vampire. You will never guess in a month of Sundays how she died. Now, she claims that you're bit by a vampire and then you turn into one. I don't know. I've never met a vampire, so I don't know. But then she goes on to say that she was killed. So, without further ado, let me just announce it. Yes, she claimed she was killed by Jack the Ripper. I don't have words. Let's just play the clip.
Hello, Sam the Vampire here. A lot of you have been saying that I can't possibly be Jack the Ripper's last victim because his last victim was Mary Jane Kelly. While I understand why you might think that, I'm going to explain why this is not true. I was attacked by Jack on November 14th, 1888, and the reason why people don't know that I was his last victim is because they never found my body. The last body that they found from him was Mary Jane Kelly. But since my maker bit me and transformed me into a vampire, that is why I was never discovered. Thus, why you didn't know I was really his last victim.
This is such an insult to the people that actually were killed by Jack the Ripper. Also, let me ask you this, Sam. If you were killed by Jack the Ripper, how do you know it was Jack the Ripper? Nobody even knows his identity. Also, I have to also stress this as well. You go on to whine and moan in future videos, because I've got the clips about how when you're turned into a vampire that it doesn't... You're frozen in time, so to speak. You're frozen in the state you were in when you died. So Jack the Ripper was known to butcher his victims, cut their throats, cut their organs and that out. So if you were Jack's victim, so you'd be walking around without intestines and that. Okay. Because you go on in later videos to whine and bitch and moan about how vampires aren't all skinny, how vampires don't have great skin, oh my god, let me just show you the clips. But after this particular clip, this one annoyed me even more than the Jack the Ripper clip. This, I don't even know, I don't want to call her any names, I don't want to call this woman, this woman goes on to say and give the story that she was on Titanic. Let's just play the clips.
Sam the Vampire here. Many of you have been asking me if I was on the Titanic, and the answer is yes. This isn't something that I really enjoy reflecting on or talking about just because it was such a tragic event, but for the sake of getting it over with and talking about it with you, I will. I was created in 1888, and by 1912, we were looking to go to the United States and get out of England. We had returned for a few years. Thurston was extremely excited about the idea of being on the Titanic. It was, one of the most modern accomplishments of man, and the idea of being on an unsinkable ship of that size was very enticing to him. I myself was, not really excited about the idea just because even though I am immortal, I never really had any desire to be on the ocean. There's something about the ocean that really terrified me. But, we knew people, we got in for free, we were in the most beautiful suite, and so, we were living a very glamorous lifestyle at this point, and so he convinced me. It was during this time that Thurston and I were very much in item, and I was just, hopelessly in love with him, and basically would do whatever he said. I felt like there was just something rancid. I had a gut feeling that something was going to go very wrong in this trip. We did meet the unsinkable Molly Brown, and she was so funny. I just thought she was wonderful. We didn't spend very much time with her though, because I don't know, I felt like she was really good at reading people, and Thurston said that he had a feeling that she could tell there was something off about us. Anyway, I digress. When the ship struck the iceberg, I was literally not even out on the deck. It wasn't like in the movies. I didn't even know what was going on. There was just so much hysteria and panic because nobody really knew the severity of it. And so at first, after the initial panic, everybody just seemed to get really calm. I don't think anybody had any idea that it was actually going to sink. Thurston knew pretty shortly after it happened though, and he started mentally preparing me for what was going to come next. This is going to need a part 2.
Did you hear at the beginning there? This isn't something I enjoy talking about because it's so tragic. But then this woman goes on to make 4 videos about the Titanic and about how she was on it. Let's just play the next clip. I couldn't even bear to subject you to the rest of this, but I had to let her tell you what it was like when the Titanic sunk. This is so yeah, let me play this and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Oh, what do we do? What do you mean? He was like, I think that we should, let everybody who can get on the lifeboats go ahead of us because, we don't need the lifeboats. I started crying at this point because I was in shock and denial that the ship was actually going to go down. And I was afraid of the water, even though rationally I knew that we're immortal, we can't die. But Thurston was like, I've got you. It's going to be okay. Like, all we have to do is swim and we will find a way. We'll figure it out. We're not going to drown. Vampires can't drown. So we can go dormant under the water and be stuck there, so to speak, but we won't die, if that makes sense. So, you know, when shit started actually hitting the fan and the ship started going down, we just waited. We got on deck and waited, very much like in the movie. As the ship goes down, people were, I don't even want to talk about it, but we got as far to the back as we could and braced ourselves for impact. When I tell you it was the most horrific experience, I am not lying. The water was, I can't even describe to you how cold it was. Just because we're vampires doesn't mean that we don't experience temperature. Like, we feel the pain of the cold temperature. It just doesn't kill us, but it still tortures us. When threatened, though, vampires have superhuman strength and speed and power, and we just were able to swim. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a power comes over you and you're just able to make it happen. Your body just takes over for you. For, you know, personal reasons, I'm not going to talk about the lives that were lost. I don't want to talk about any of that because it's traumatic, but, yeah, this will need a part 3.
Yes, so traumatic that you're made multiple parts of this bloody video. This is so insensitive to claim that you met with actual victims on the Titanic, to claim that you went down with the Titanic. Like, this is delusional. I don't even know what other way to say this. This is utterly delusional. You have our subscribers lapping this up, believing every word she's saying. Yeah. But then she goes, I'm not going to play this clip. I'm going to play this clip in the background. She goes on and she kind of messes her story up here. So she goes on to show oil paintings of her family. You know, her family that she had before she was bitten. But she has a family that she has after she was bitten. I don't bloody know. I'm lost. I don't know the rules of vampires. So she goes on to show oil paintings, and then she goes on and tells, I'm not even going to play her voice is annoying me now, so yeah, for that sake, I'm just going to leave it out. But she goes on to say that she was brought up in Whitechapel, that her family was dirt poor, her father was a chimney sweep, she had a mum and a sister, and she goes on to show like 4 oil paintings, portraits of her dad, another 4 or so of her mum. You'll see them in the background here. And then 3 or 4 of her sister. Interesting. Because I happen to have researched a lot about Whitechapel and the Jack the Ripper killings. I'm a huge murder mystery fan. I like all things spooky. Maybe not as spooky as you, but I digress. And I happen to know that Whitechapel was a largely immigrant population, and yes, everyone was poor, but I'll tell you what, not one of those people could afford oil paintings of their entire family, and 3 or 4 of each person. No, absolutely not. Only the rich could afford. I mean, this was a craft when someone was an artiste, and so they were paid with, like, only the rich could afford to get portraits done, oil paintings like that done of themselves. Not poor chimney sweeps. Absolutely. It's like, I just want to, like, butt my head against the wall. So let's get into the next clip. Now we had a little break from her voice. You might very well be saying, Angela, we want a break from your voice is annoying. Here's me talking as if my voice is so silky soft and a pleasure to listen to. I'm sorry. Let's get into the next clip anyway. So in these clips, we're going to hear whine and moan and itch. I'm not going to say the B word. About how people in our comment section are questioning the fact that she's a vampire. She's going to moan about weight problems, about acne. I don't bloody know. Here's the clips.
Do you have any idea the depression one must feel to literally look the same forever? This is a concept that I know might be hard for a lot of people to understand. Sorry, I'm ranting while I'm driving, but yes, when you get bitten, however you are when you are bitten, it's how you are forever. Okay, so it's a really interesting mental thing that you have to get used to the idea that you have no control over your body. There's no hope for change. There's no magic cure for my acne, which, will always come and go because that's how it was when I was changed. There's no hope for my weight because that's how I was when I was changed. I could literally live on a diet of blood and lettuce, and I will always be plus sized. I could drink gallons of water and eat the cleanest diet, and I'm still going to get cystic acne every month. This is a really weird niche that I know vampires will understand, but it's very depressing. It's very depressing. I just, you have to tell yourself, this is life and be happy, but it feels bleak sometimes. Anyway, rant over.
Well, Sam, that doesn't appear to be true, because, as you said earlier, you were killed by Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was known for slitting the throats of his victims and butchering them, dismembering them. So if you stay the same when you're bitten, as I said before, you must be like walking around with no organs, no intestines, a breast moving. And as we can see from your video, yeah, it doesn't look like you're missing much. I never like to talk about people's weight or anything like that. But again, you claim you lived in Whitechapel, a place that was dirt poor, where people couldn't eat many meals a day, yet this is how you died. It looks like you ate the bakery. How the hell did you die in Whitechapel like that? I don't know. I'm not shaming anybody, plus size, great, but yeah, I just have to go back and again, you claim you died in Whitechapel, you claim your family was dirt poor, but then you died that? No, it doesn't it just, yeah. And then you go on about, oh yeah, there's a clip, this isn't the clip here, but then there's a certain clip you're going about how vampires need glasses because their eyes aren't perfect. Your fans are obviously small children. Well, I don't even know if they are. Maybe they're just as strange as you. But yeah, just let me show the next clip because I'm trying to struggle to remember the lunatic things you've said.
And now, one of my favorite and oldest, dearest vampire friends is going to recite one of his favorite poems for you. Say hello to my friends.
Hello.
What is your name?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
All right, recite your favorite poem.
Note the obvious differences in the human family. Common man. I know 10,000 girls named Jane or Mary Jane. I've not known two who really were the same. Mirror twins are different, although their features jive, and lovers.
Yeah, just come off there. I have to admit, see when she panned that camera around and I saw him, I was like, oh my god. Put the cross fingers up. Stay away, demon! Be gone! And I actually was looking at it and I was like, what's wrong with this guy? I don't know, maybe I thought he was maybe on drugs or something. But then, like, I look zoomed into his face, and he's literally got blood spilling out of the corners of his mouth. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my. Imagine bumping into him in a bloody alley. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyway, let's get into the, hopefully, one of the last. I did have more videos. I've got more videos of her whining and moaning about how when you die, you don't get. I've already said this. You don't get skin. You don't become a super boss model. But I'm so sick to death of hearing her whining and stuff. Because I've been literally watching these videos all night trying to take clips, and she moans a lot. She moans for someone who loves to be a vampire and loves to be immortal. She sure moans and whines about it a lot. But anyway, let's play the last clip. I did have clips of her. Oh, there's a clip of her. She introduced her girlfriend, and then she goes on, and I'm like, this girl can't truly believe this. But in the video they go on, she's like, I never thought I'd fall in love again. This is her, the vampire woman. And she's like, I honestly didn't think I would ever change anyone ever into a vampire ever again. But I'm going to change you. And the girlfriend's like, yeah. And then they literally admit in this video that she feeds her blood. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. But yeah, let me see if I've got any other clips, or because this video is getting super long.
Hello, Sam the Vampire here. Here are some questions that you're always asking me. Yes, vampires are real. No, we're not afraid of the sun. No, a stake through the heart will not kill us. The only thing that can hurt a vampire is another vampire. No, garlic does not affect us. Neither does holy water. No, we cannot carry biological children. Yes, we are immortal. Yes, we drink blood. Yes, we have reflections.
How sanctimonious does she come across? It's so annoying. Imagine having to deal with her. Nope. Hell no. So yeah, she also had this clip of her through the years where she tried to convince her subscribers that she had all these pictures, and it's literally she's just put her picture into an AI editor, and yeah. So it seems like I've had enough of her. I really truly had enough. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'll be back either later today or tomorrow with my Megan's memes video. And please hit the like and subscribe button, because I really do try and find this content for you guys, and the editing and everything that I've got to do. It's a lot of work. But yeah, I'll just ask, please hit like and contact, and leave a comment down below. What do you guys honestly think of this person? Do you think she's delusional? Do you think she needs psychiatric help? Or do you think she's scamming her fans? I truly did think that to begin with, but the more and more I kind of went through all her videos, yeah, I'm beginning to think she truly believes she's a vampire, which is, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. Also have my donation code or link or whatever, code in the description box, and anybody that helps out, not that many people do, but it truly does help. I was thinking about because you know how you guys know my sister died, and she's buried in beside my nephew. He died when he was only 8 months old, and on the gravestone there, so her name's not on it, it's just his. So I was thinking about whatever I'm making the donation thing, that I would help to either put her name on it or change that stone, just offer it to my nephew. But I don't know. I don't make that, like, or anything much at all. I don't, or anything at all, to be honest, like, to be able to do that. But I thought, like, it would be nice just to, like, maybe put it to somewhere that it would be of greater use. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a thought, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, like, I'm gonna go. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I love you all so much. Hope you all had a great weekend, and I'll be back soon. Alright, bye.